Hello guys, my name's Lloyd again, and welcome back to Trails into Reverie. In the last video, we pretty much went through. In the last video, we came to the Nord Highlands and came to the Nord settlement, to the nomadic settlement. I was about to say Nordic. Pretty much Gaius' home. And went through the north side of the Highlands. And after the video, I pretty much just went around getting some. I pretty much went around and well, I went back to, after I ended the video. I went back to the Highlands to get the rest of the chest. Now, see. I equipped the moon lens to Reen. That's how because that way I'd be able to see where all the enemies are and where all the chests I have and haven't opened. Yeah, so that way I know where everything is, basically. And I even went out there to get some U materials to get some new quartz for everyone. Well, mostly everyone. Like I got Emma a mine 3 and a cast 3. I even got Gaius a move 3. And I got Reen a Tira UR instead of an SR. Yeah, he had an SR and I decided to get myself a Tira UR. The best one in the game. And then I gave Sarah the Recuria UR. I'd like to get Sarah Legbreaker 3, but I don't really have time for that, so we're good there. I didn't really get Kurt anything. Or Muse. Let's see here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that's pretty much it. I even got some new weapon. Well, I even got some new equipment for everyone as well. Like, for some reason, Reed and Kurt got the same weapon, Violent Thunder, and a Gorgon Rod for Emma. Yeah. Yeah, give this to Gaius. Wait, who has the gladiator belt? Oh, Lloyd does? Okay, that's fine. I think I'll give this to the green emblem to Gaius as well. There we go. I think we're good now. Alright, I think we're good now. Alright, now let's move on. Choosing to continue will cause the main story to advance. It will also not be possible to go any further in Reen's story for a brief period. Proceed. Isn't this? The mirror is glowing, but it feels like something is happening. Yep, which means now we gotta go to Lloyd's route, since we already did see which means now all that's left to do is go to Lloyd's route and do what we gotta, because we already did Rufus's route, even though we had to stop. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go to my past videos on Rufus's route for Act 3 and see for yourselves. So anyway, let's just head over. And this is after, and this will take place, yeah, March 19th, Southern Crossbow. This will take place after what happened at the ancient battlefield.
Oh, there it is!
Yep, the medical church. Yeah, this takes place after our little rundown. This happened after our little scuffle at the ancient battlefield.
We should be safe to dock. I don't see any signs of the Ebon Defense Force.
That's
then
good.
We're good to go.
Oh, definitely. Yep, we're in the clear, at least for now. Because we don't know when they'll arrive. Ah, dry land. Yeah, I didn't realize that would take so long. The EDF doesn't seem all that interested in surveillance outside of the city. Rufus must be pretty cocky if you ask me. I thought they might retaliate against our Morka after the last run-in, but that never happened either. I don't know how to feel about that. It's like he doesn't even see us as a threat. But I guess we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. That overconfidence will be his undoing. Isn't that right, Kia? Yup. He won't know what hit him. But I am still kind of worried about Risha. Yeah, so am I. Oh. Yesterday, our Morka out after the ancient battlefield, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just don't know what came over me. How could I ever think of betraying you like that?
It's okay, San-san. You can't keep blaming yourself. If anything, I should have known something more was wrong. I'm a terrible friend for not realizing that you were struggling so badly or being manipulated. And Elia means the world to me. I should have been able to tell something was amiss.
Risha.
Thank you all for coming to our aid. I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't shown up when you did. Really, thanks.
Don't mention it. Glad we could make it in time. The one you should be thanking is Zeit. We were looking into what the EDF was up to when he told us that you were in danger.
Did he now? Still, it's not like you to be modest, Wazi. We really do appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for rescuing us, Sight. You were a hero back there. And I've been way overdue for one of these.
That you have. My apologies for not returning after the operation.
You're so flaky, Sight. Do you realize how long it's been? Tio and I have been waiting for you to show up again all this time, you know?
My apologies. As a holy beast, there are limits to how much I can interfere. I am astounded at just how much you all have grown. The children of man truly do grow apace.
We'll take your word for it. It would be nice to think I've grown a little, yeah.
I'm just overjoyed to see you again. You were sorely missed, Zeit.
Yes, it's good to be back.
I've read plenty about the holy beasts in the scriptures. Funny to think I would be in the presence of one so soon after returning to the church. You should have seen the congregation of divine worship's faces when we first reported to them about Zeit. Can you blame them for losing their shit? Whoever heard of a holy beast moonlighting as a police dog? Though I guess he can do whatever he wants for the most part. It sounds like his contract doesn't apply anymore. I don't think Zeit is nearly as weird as hearing you talk about church stuff, Vald. Yeah, I'm still wrapping my head around it. Can it? You had better get used to it. Alright, enough of the funny talk. You folks ready to get down to business? Based on the info they found, it sounds like you guys already know where you're headed. Yeah, the Rhineford military factory to the west. You said the Ebon Defense Force has been frequenting it for the last few years, right? Sure have. That's most likely where the Zauber soldats are being manufactured. It would make sense. I've been wondering how they were able to bring so many into Crosswell's borders without anyone noticing. I don't think the Imperial government or Reinford group would have ever allowed so many to be smuggled. Right, so if we consider that they were being manufactured from within Crosswell the entire time, then the dots point to this mysterious factory the EDF is connected to. That was one of the places where Sorgus? I don't know. And Melgaeus? Okay, those names are not easy to pronounce. Were being manufactured before the war. Everyone was convinced that the Black Workshop's tech was gone for good, though. Oh, okay. So those two names were names of two of the past soldats. Wait, before the... Oh, yeah. Cold Steel 3, I think. Or 4, one of the two. Because I know they didn't exist in 1 and 2. I know they didn't exist in Cold Steel 1 and 2, so that's why it has to be either 3 or 4 when they were made. I don't know how Albaret and his men got their hands on it. Or worse, it looks like they've made some improvements, too. Well, we'll likely be crossing paths with those soldats from here on out, so that's bad news. That mask Elia was wearing also looked like workshop tech, too. Yeah. Yes, and now they're using it to alter her personality, if not outright control her. I'd like to ask the Thor's graduates what they know about how those masks work. That could be a good idea. But let's make our top priority searching that factory and find information on the soldats. Something tells me we'll be able to fill in a few blanks on what's going on here and why Rufus Albaret is staging this operation. Unfortunately, getting there is going to be easier said than done. The factory is to the west of Crosswell City, while we're in the northeast. The only way I know how to get to the west side of the state from here is through the city. Yeah, and that's not exactly an option with the EDF crawling all over the place. I'm guessing we can't just hitch a ride on your Merkabah, right? Either, huh? I wish. We brought it with us, and it should be safe with the other squires guarding it. But they're using more advanced anti-air radar than the CDF was back in the day. It can even see through active camouflage, and they've got them set up at all key locations. Flying is a no-go. It's shocking how well equipped they are. What the hell? Even the Imperial Army doesn't have toys that good. I guess that's where the Black Workshop factor comes into play again. In that case, I think the smart play is to make our way to St. Ursula. Yeah. How are we going to reach St. Ursula from here? It just so happens I got my hands on an orbital boat before things hit the fan. We should be able to use it to cross Lake Elm and reach St. Ursula on the other side. Oh, nice. We would still be a ways away from reaching the factory from there, but I'm not seeing any better options. Yeah, let's take what we can get. That's a lot closer to the military factory than we are now, and we can find a route to it from there. We'll go with this. Thanks for the idea, Lecter. Your course is set then. I will leave this land's crisis in your hands for the time being. Does that mean you're gonna leave us again? I'm afraid so. There is something else I wish to take care of. But fear not. I too am a part of the SSS, so it is only a matter of time before we meet again. We'll hold you to that. Take care, Zeit. Yeah, I'll miss you, but let's see each other again soon. Yes, that we shall. Actually, I was thinking of staying here. I want to help look after my grandfather, and if the EDF does come to the village, I'll take responsibility and negotiate. We could have used your support, but you do make a good point. I'm worried about how things are at the hospital, so I'm tempted to come with. That said, I think my services are needed more here at the moment. At the very least, I want Speaker McDowell to make a full recovery first. Thank you, Cecile. I really appreciate that. I was also leaning towards staying here and hitting up my connections. Besides, a large group isn't going to be able to sneak into the factory, and that's if we even manage to fit us all on the boat. It makes sense for some of us to stay behind and protect the village as we gather
In that
info.
case, I'd like to stay here as well.
Risha?
Are you sure, Risha?
Yeah, you sure you're one of our you're one of our heavy hitters.
That makes sense. You evaded her attack for the most part. But weren't you still injured?
Yes. Please forgive me, everyone. I just need a little time. I'm still not ready to face up to what happened to Ely and Sansan just yet.
And that's perfectly fine. If that's your decision, then we respect it.
That's right. I'm sure you'll be able to find your way forward. And I'll be happy to have your help here in the meantime.
I'd be happy to help.
A lot of people are staying here, so that means I have to go with Lloyd. Where's this coming from, Kia? This is going to be a dangerous mission. You understand that, don't you? Of course, the factory's really far away and there's no telling what's going to be there waiting for us. That's why I want to help gather info for you, and I can back you up with my order like I always do. It makes a lot more sense for me to go than it does to stay here, if you ask me. Well, give her some credit. She makes a good point. And I'll be tagging along too. That should make the operation a lot safer overall. My stigma should prove useful in a pinch. I don't think it will be too dangerous for her. Alright. I should be glad that there are two other people willing to go, so I'd be happy to have you both. I'm counting on you, Wazi. You too, Kia. I'm glad to see you take your own advice when it comes to us trusting her a little more. Make sure to back Lloyd up with everything you've got, Kia. You bet I will. Well then, your odds of success are rising by the minute, aren't they? May you all ever keep your chins up and your eyes facing forwards. Sounds overly optimistic to me. Believing in the future easily beats standing still. Sign me up for the sunshine you're pumping. Yeah. Seriously though, you should give some thought to what your old cellmates said after our fight yesterday too. It might help you sort things out. Call it a hunch. Good luck with your little factory tour, Bannings. May the goddess be with you. Okay.
We'll cut things short for today. Enjoy your freedom while you can and have fun struggling against the inevitable. You're helpless to stop us, now that you've lost your way.
Lost our way? What was that supposed to mean? Was he referring to the loss we suffered to Rufus back at the signing ceremony? Or something even before then? I don't think we need to worry about Armorica with Vald and Scarlet staying there. Let's just focus on what we need to do here. Exactly. We gotta do our part while everyone else is working to help us. You've got me there. Illusion Shattered? I like that name. Our first goal is finding a route to the factory. We could start by seeing how things are here and hopefully gather some information. I'm willing to bet a lot of the people from the city fled here too. We might come across a familiar face or two among them. Oh yeah, maybe. Alright, let's get started. Kia has been assigned to a tag-along slot. Kia will be assigned to a tag-along slot when traveling with the party. She will not take part in combat directly, but she can support the party with orders. I mean, yeah, that's how she always is. You can view and change which characters are assigned to the party's tag-along slots from the party's select screen. Okay. Squire Vald 1. Okay.
I bet we could fish here.
Yeah. Supposed to be a new fish here. Imagine it landed in the boat.
This'll be good.
Imagine it landed in the boat. That would have been hilarious. Oh, come on!
It's a nice catch.
Noble carp, new record, 62.4 reach. Alright, I'm
I thought we
gonna...
could fish here.
Shut up. Alright. Now let's try to get the gold one. The gold bar. Oh,
Crap.
I missed.
A bite. This'll be good.
Yay!
It's a nice catch.
Third time's the charm.
A bite.
Oh, I almost missed it. I almost missed it.
Look at the size of this baby.
Yeah, 65.2 reach. 10 vitality droplets. Nice. Squire Bald. Alright, we're done here. Oh, wait. There it is. Alright, let's head inside. Alright, there's actually a recipe here for us to buy. The aged beef stew for 1200 Mira. Get these. Okay. Well, we're done here. What else? Let's go to the roof. Thank you for all of your help. We don't have much to offer in return, but here are some snacks. I hope you'll enjoy them.
You didn't have to do that, but the gesture is still appreciated.
Yeah, I've never fixed medical equipment before, so I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up.
You could have had me fooled with such fine work. You both did splendidly.
That's right. I don't know what we would have done without you. We wouldn't have escaped if it weren't for you. We'd likely be brainwashed by the Supreme Leader like all the others. Just what happened to all of them?
I believe I owe you an apology. A big one. None of this would have happened had we protected everyone at the signing ceremony like we swore to.
Hey, it's not like you stood a chance. It's not your fault. It's not your guys' fault, I mean.
If only we'd been stronger.
Hey, come on, Tio.
Oh, Tio.
No, this isn't your fault. That's right, no one is blaming you for what happened. Looking back, I don't know what more you could have expected to do.
Look, Lloyd, it's Tio.
I thought she might come here. Thank goodness she's all right. It looks like they're talking to evacuees from the city.
Hold on just a minute.
What? Yeah, things were doomed from the start. It finally dawned on me too. I don't know why we ever thought we could be truly independent. It's hopeless.
What's gotten into you guys all of a sudden?
Oh no! It's obvious, isn't it? The Supreme Leader never would have occupied us again if we just obeyed the Empire like we used to. We wouldn't have to be afraid of the EDF had we not dreamed of independence. And when you think about it, everything was better when we were in an imperial province. Even the economy was booming. Why give all of that up? Why did we ever want to be independent?
Hey, get a hold of yourselves! What is wrong with all of you?
There really isn't any need to be so pessimistic.
The Supreme Leader and EDF aren't all we have to worry about either. There's also those huge machines. They even have the old president's backing. Everyone in the city is enthralled by them. There isn't a shred of hope. There isn't a shred of hope things are going to get better anymore.
That's not true at all. The SSS is going to keep fighting. We have allies we can depend on. The CPD, CGF, and even our friends from outside Crossbell. There are people who will surely help us. We won't allow you to suffer like this. We'll be the ones to put an end to it.
Tio.
Tio, you shouldn't...
We used to have hope too, thanks to you. Or at least we thought we did. Whether it was the Mafia or that cult, or even when our own mayor became a dictator, we kept on believing. Not even Imperial occupation or the war made us lose hope. But in the end, it was all for nothing. The signing ceremony made us realize that. What we had was never hope to begin with. It was just delusion. And that made it even more painful once we accepted the truth. Again and again and again and again. Over and over and over and over.
We were never hope to them?
That's whatever all this is talking. Not them.
That can't be true. We can't just give up and...
Stop. Please just stop. Can't you see we're just so tired of all this? Besides, you've got no right to talk to us about ending our suffering. If you hadn't arrested President Croix, then we would have already had everything we ever wanted.
Everything we did was...
Can you all hear yourselves? You're completely full of it.
Aren't you...
Yeah, Wazzy.
Hey, you guys are all right.
I was one of the people involved in that arrest, so let me make something perfectly clear. Letting Dieter Croix go free for what he did over 2 years ago was never an option. He attacked the city, had the speaker detained, and even tried to take over the entire continent. Dieter was arrested in accordance with state law. The same as any Crossbellan would have been. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, but what about Crossbell? They had a responsibility to do what was best for
A
us.
responsibility? And why's that? Because you made them your symbols of justice? Because you decided they were your heroes? The SSS is just a division of the Crossbell Police Department. Nothing more, nothing less. You have no one to blame but yourselves for thinking any different. Their purpose isn't to make all of your problems go away.
No one thought.
I know it's been a long 2 years. 2 years where all Crossbellans could do was powerlessly watch the Empire trample over their pride. It's natural to wish that a savior would appear and solve everyone's problems. But personally, I never wanted to see Crossbell come to that. What Crossbell has given me is irreplaceable. Friends and family that mean the world to me, like Lloyd and Vald. So it pains me to see this as someone who's come to love Crossbell more than his old home.
Wazzy.
The SSS chose the path they did because they wanted a little girl to be free. But that same little girl couldn't help but feel it was her fault when she saw Erebonia invade and take over her home. Because she knew that none of it would have happened if she didn't exist. Yeah, no. But she wasn't the only reason they chose the path that they did. The SSS had also seen how strong Crossbell became, facing adversity over and over again. They knew that if they chose any other path, the efforts and sacrifices of so many would be lost. Their home would never be the same. And they, along with that little girl, believed from the bottom of their hearts that all of Crossbell would overcome it for the better.
She's right. That was what we decided.
I want to answer the trust they placed in me however I can. I was all alone once, somewhere very dark. It's because of everyone around me that I have so much to be thankful for. The SSS and the people of Crossbell made me into the person I am today. So now I want to fight to help them. That means I'm here to pave a path forward for all of you too. And on it, I just know we'll see brighter days. Because it was Crossbell and its people that taught me the strength to persevere.
A path forward. Maybe she's right. It could be too soon to be giving up hope. It's true that we've been through a lot. It's true that we've been through a lot of hard times before, but those experiences are what made us who we are today. Yes, you're right. That's part of what makes Crossbell what it is. Maybe we are stronger than we give ourselves credit for.
Look!
It's disappearing.
Nice. It looks like we're the ones who should be apologizing after all. That was no easy way to talk. That was no way to talk about people who've done so much for us. Not after you've put so much on the line to protect Crossbell. Yes, and somewhere along the line we started taking that for granted. I still don't know what exactly I could do to make a difference, but the least I could do is look for a way to move forward just like you all have. That's right, we have to hold out hope.
Thank you, everyone.
Anyway, we should be grateful that you all made it out of the city safely. I hope you'll keep up the good fight, SSS. We'll keep cheering you on.
We have to keep doing what we always have. That's to keep moving forward. One step at a time. But we're not naive enough to believe that will be enough to take back what we lost. It's going to take the help of everyone who calls Crossbell home. So do me a favor and think about how you can help. What you would give to be free. And I promise the SSS will support you just as much as you've always supported us.
Yep. The SSS and their allies then bid farewell to the citizens and left the rooftop. Back inside, a familiar nurse, I was about to say Norse, agreed to help them use the nurse's station to talk and decide what to do next. Oh, that's kind of her.
Tio, sorry I kept you waiting again. I'm glad you're okay.
Do you hear yourself? I'm the one breathing a sigh of relief. Your injuries seemed so severe. And then we were all separated.
So that's what this is all about. I can't imagine how tough it's been for you three being kept in the dark. Thanks for worrying about me. I know it couldn't have been easy.
It never is. You're always so reckless. But I knew you'd come looking for me again.
Not just you, everyone in the SSS.
Lloyd, I'm so glad you found me.
Wasn't gonna stop till I did.
Aww.
Would you listen to them go on and on?
I'm so happy for you, Tio.
Would you not get off with the crying already?
Hey, he can't help it, okay? It's a happy moment. Anybody would cry at that. So you're headed for the Rhineford military factory to the west. I had a feeling that might be it. You did? So that must be what you three have been doing here then. Precisely. The Chief, Yona, and I have been looking into some suspicious information surrounding the factory. Not to mention I spotted a certain sketchy professor amidst the chaos of everyone fleeing the city. Oh no, not him. You mean that slimeball that supported the illegitimate regime from 3 years ago? Ouroboros' sixth Anguis. Professor F. Novartis, the head of the 13 factories. I had a feeling the society was involved. His specialty is applied sciences. His specialty is applied sciences, right? He's the one in charge of all their crazy powerful tech. Yes, in addition to being the engineer who completed the first generation ions. His involvement could explain that new Zabrasolda model and that strange mask. That's why we've had our attention placed on the military factory. Good thinking. It's looking more and more likely that we'll uncover something to help our investigation there. Have you three found an infiltration route? It just so happens we have. Yona and I looked into it. There was a cargo line while the factory was still under construction before the war. It feeds directly into the underground railway that connects to St. Ursula. Wrong name. Well, that's convenient. Almost too good to be true, but I trust it if Tio's the source. We should head there right away. There's no time to waste. The sooner we uncover what's really happening, the better. Yes, and the church isn't going to look the other way if it turns out the society is the one orchestrating this incident. There's no telling the extent of that Albaret fellow's plans, but it's high time we shed some light on what's really going on. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it if we all work together. Just try not to get caught, will ya? Don't let all that hard work we did go to waste. Don't worry, we'll be careful. And thanks, Yona. We really owe you one for helping Tio out. Save it, Bannings. Not like I did that much. Still, I guess it's good to see you back on your feet. You're the same obnoxious brat you ever were, huh? But that's part of Yona's charm. Gah! Knock it off already. Well then, we'll leave investigating that factory up to the four of you. Yona and I will continue gathering as much info here as we can. You can reach the underground railway platform from the first floor lobby. Got it, thanks. We'll be going now, Chief. Look after yourself. Same to you, Tio. Lloyd's craft Burning Heart has been enhanced to Burning Heart 2. Awesome. Wazi 2, Tio 2, Yono 1. Well, that's it for Yona's character profile. Okay. Okay, there's Tio's second page and Wazi's second page. We just need one more for both of them to complete their profiles. Okay. Well, that's that. What's next? Jenny. Okay, where are you? No, what? Marty. Where the heck is she? Oh, first floor of the hotel. Oh. Where the...
You can get to the underground station through the lobby.
Oh, I spot the door. Beat you there.
Oh. That gave us 4 celestial bombs. Right. Well, let's head there. Alright, let's head out since we've already Oh, so that's not it? I don't know where we're going. Oh. The underground freight line. This is my first time seeing the new subway line they built. It's a little eerie hearing how deathly silent it is down here. Yeah, all the trains were stopped after the city was occupied, right? Yes, we don't need to worry about the tracks being active. Mean they could run on all they want. We should eventually reach where the freight and passenger lines split if we follow the line to the north. Let's make that our first destination. Walking on train lines like this always makes my heart race. Definitely. We've had to do this more than a few times over the last couple of years. Alright, let's get going. Okay. I think I'll end things here. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.